Hello, you guys out there. I'm Momma T, and we're on the Smackers channel. Today, we're going to be doing egg rolls. We're going to do a shrimp egg roll. We're going to do a shrimp and chicken egg roll. And then we're going to do a cheesesteak egg roll and a shrimp and cheesesteak egg roll, you guys. So, we're going to be doing this Momma T style. Cabbage is not my favorite. Broccoli is my favorite. I had some left over, so we're going to use broccoli instead of the cabbage as a substitute, you guys. But you do what you do in your house. Why? Because it's your business. And so we're just going to jump right in and get started. And I'm going to see you and meet you on the other side. So we can just quickly go over our ingredients and make this a quick video, you guys. But it's going to be a good one, so stick around. Okay, you guys. We're going to just start off and just go over our basic ingredients. We're going to use onion powder, you guys. We're going to use seasoned salt. We're going to use Cajun somewhere in here. I haven't figured out cayenne pepper. I haven't figured out where, but it's going in one of the recipes. And I'll let you know as I do it. We're going to use steak and the cheesesteak, of course. Garlic. Pepper. Salt. Old Bay and the shrimp, of course. Old Bay probably going everything. And accent, you guys. We have our shrimp here that's been deveined and cleaned, you guys. We have our baby carrots, which are cut up, and they are now sitting in the pan or pot over here, if you can see, with a little butter. We have our, I'm going to slide this over some so you can get a good look. Pull this up. I've cut up our peppers and onions, color, just to add the color in, you guys. We're going to be using 100% real beef steaks, steak them. I'll show you the box. And we're using 100% pure chicken strips. That's just what I found in the market, you guys. You use what you need to use, and this is the box. So over here, you guys, I'm just turning on the flame again because I started. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take the time to sweat down our onions and get them real soft. Remove them from the flame after we season them and get them to our liking. And we have our egg rolls, spring rolls wraps. And I got these, you guys, from the Korean market. I had a hard time just finding them in the regular market. I ain't gonna even lie to you guys. So if you can find them in the regular market, fine. But if not, if you have a Korean market around there, most available in there. So we're going to take a handful of our onions, you guys, and throw them. And today we're featuring my ugly pie. And the ugly pie history is we put high fire stuff in the ugly pie. In other words, high fire. Because if I scorch this pot and burn it on the bottom, it's been with me long enough, who cares? My other pots, I kind of keep them for the delicacies and sauteing. But with this pot, we fry on a high heat, and sometimes it burns the pot. But because I've been used to working with this pot, it doesn't much matter. It can't get no more uglier. So I'm putting you guys a little bit of EVE because I plan on doing this, frying this on up real quick. I went to the market today and the prep work was a little more than I anticipated, getting everything prepped and ready, you guys. So while these onions are hanging out and sauteing on down, I'm going to hit them the way I normally hit them. I hope you guys can see from there. I think that's a good angle. So I'm going to start with my staple season, you guys, which I start with everything. And I guess in your town you have one too. And they call it Lowry's or whatever you have in your area. That we do season on here. Seasons up everything. And I call this a light dusting. Okay, so we done with that. We have onions in there already, but I always just put a pinch because it's a different fragrance. Once you change something into powder, it's a different fragrance to me. That's just me. Now, and I have my cayenne pepper right here, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to save that because this is just the general overall mix that's going to go into all of the egg rolls. That was my famous, my pepper steak season. And of course, you know, garlic. You guys, we hitting that with some garlic and a light dusting over everything. So I don't have exact measurements, but what I try to do is teach you how to cook without having to go through the hassle of measurements. If you hit everything and go over it once lightly, normally that does the trick for me and my household. Now, if you have people in your household that have ailments or don't particularly like a certain seasoning, don't listen to what I say. Do what you need to do in your house. Now, I'm going to hit this heavy because I love Old Bay. My family loves Old Bay, and we're working with shrimp and cheesesteak, and it tastes good on both, believe it or not. And we're going to do a little accent, just a little bit, because it makes everything better. Okay? And I have a little bit of butter here. And although I use EVE oil, that has not much flavor. That's healthy. So I put a pat of butter on there. And I save some in case I need some more, just for the saute, you guys. Now, an original egg roll, you would add ginger in if you like ginger. I'm not a particular fan or lover of ginger. So, I'm omitting that in my egg roll because I'm cooking for my family. But if you want an authentic egg roll, now is the time that you can add in a little cumin, and ginger would be actually the grand poobah. But we don't like ginger in Momma T's house, so we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do, we got soy sauce. Soy sauce. We like this. So we're going to hit this with that. I had carrots in here, you guys. I had colored peppers, onions, and we just gave it a season of a lifetime. We hit that bow. We hit it with a left and we hit it with a right. So we trying to make these vegetables that's in this pan taste good by itself. To me, if this don't taste good by itself, then don't use it. This I should be able to eat without put it in a bowl and eat it by itself before the steak even hits the pan. So that's what you're trying to achieve. If you never ate onions before caramelized and your vegetables caramelized, try it this way, you guys, because what I'm trying to say to you guys is we smack everything on this channel. And that's the only way you're going to get these kind of flavors and get that good. Is to smack everything. I treat my vegetables and saute just as if I was cooking a meal. There's nothing in this pan but onions, and I done already seasoned it and seasoned up everything. So we have our. I'm gonna slide them over to the end and just start incorporating the cheesesteak. And chopping that up because this will cook fast. I had it out. Now you guys, you just gotta know your stove and what you're working with. And baby, the smell in this kitchen is amazing. Okay? And it's not even, it's just the vegetables. And that's what you're trying to do. Now, I want to use a little bit more pepper because we're going to have a pepper steak egg roll. So, and there you have it. Now, I'm going to cut this because I have to get out our vegetable, the broccoli. Okay? Okay, we're back, you guys. And I've added into the pan. You can see way over here. I'm going to turn that like so. This side of my stove is hot. I pushed the vegetables over here because I gave them a quick taste, and you should always taste your canvas. Your canvas is your starter, your beginner, each level, so you can adjust it. You don't have to wait to the end and guess what is it that I need. You guys, I went in the refrigerator. I had some broccoli left over, and I didn't put the cabbage. So I decided, because I love broccoli, as I said in my other tutorials, and I have already had cooked and seasoned this broccoli, so it's ready to go. And I'm just giving it a rough chop in the pot for time's sake, you guys. But whatever vegetable you have in the house, make your egg rolls to your liking. But if you're going to do it, again, with cabbage, this is where you would just sear the cabbage down and sweat the cabbage out and season the cabbage like so, like I'm doing the broccoli. We're going to do broccoli because that's what I had, and on my channel, that's part of what the Smackers is trying to show you, is how to go in your refrigerator, freezer, wherever, and use what you have at home instead of going out spending more money. So I had broccoli. It's already seasoned. It was bagged up and it was in the refrigerator. So we're incorporating, we're substituting for our cabbage. We're doing broccoli. And guess what? Pepper steak tastes good with broccoli. Chicken tastes good with broccoli. And we know shrimp tastes good with broccoli. So why not? Traditionally, it would be cabbage. But you guys, when you cooking in this kitchen, you got to learn how to improvise. And that's what I try to show you on my channel. How to take your ingredients from one recipe to the next. Hit it with a left. Hit it with a right. And baby, smack down on your recipe. Without going back and getting extra stuff that might go bad. So, this broccoli, I don't have to taste this because this was a leftover canvas that we use here in this pot. So, as the broccoli heat itself up, and we gave it a rough chop in the pan with this steel spatula, we're going to just incorporate that all together. And that's our filler for our egg roll. I'm going to do that right now, because either way, all this going to get cooked again. So I'm going to taste again, because whenever you add something to the pot, it changes the whole consistency, believe it or not. I might need to hit it with some more soy sauce or something. But whatever it needs, I want to catch it up front. I'm going to turn this pan down because it's on a very high flame. Because I want to get it in there and just get it heated and get it done, you guys. Some people complain videos too long. But I tell them I'm glad that I'm aware of it. But it may not be for you. You may have to speed up. The bone. That thing's done. So, we're going to take that off the flame. Because that's perfect, baby. When I tell you, baby, these egg rolls going to be the bomb. Because this is already goodness. And it's nothing but vegetables. And you can eat this plain. And that's what you want. You want to be able to eat it plain. So adding meat to it, it's just a plus. I could put rice, anything on here. This thing the bomb. .com. So I'm going to let you watch me throw this cheesesteak in here. I'm not going to hold you, but you have to watch me fry this cheesesteak. Steak makes its own grease. Pan is hot. So we're going to break that up and put that in there like so. And keep putting it in there. We're going to fry all this meat up whether we use it or not. Because once it's fried, I'll put it in a Ziploc and I'm going to teach you guys how not to waste. And how not to waste time. Because the good thing about these egg rolls is all the kids, they don't want to cook. So you can have these prepped in Ziploc bags and they can just deep fry them another time. I'm not going to deep fry all these. I'm going to probably give us 5 a piece in the house for the night. And I'm going to bag these up and put them in the freezer. And whenever my son wants some vegetables and meat, he can go for it. He can just drop it in 10 minutes because they don't take long to fry. Now we are going to season this meat. Not too much, because once I incorporate a third of that mixture in, everything is good. It's seasoned to the... And I'm going to add a third of each one in each. So we're not going to use that whole bowl. We're going to use a third on each meat mixture. We have shrimp, we have chicken, and we have cheesesteak. So we're doing the steak first. And we're going to get at a rough chop in the pan, you guys. And I'm just going to put on my steak, because this is seasoned, I'm going to put my Montreal steak seasoning on real good. And I think we did that whole box. And here go another box, but I think we just going to start with this box. And maybe I'll just freeze that for another time in case I have any things left over. So, we don't have to heavily season this because we heavily season these vegetables. And baby, let me show y'all. This thing is... You could just eat this with fire. It's the bomb. Okay. Steak seasoning. That's all we need on this. Because remember, we heavily seasoned. So I gave that a dusting. Is what I call it on my channel. That's a dusting of steak seasoning. And I could do season oil, but that's enough of that in there. So, my choice would be this. This is my choice. This is me, Old Beth. And just a light dusting of that. Not nothing where you can be able to tell what is in there. But just enough to flavor the meat. No more salt. No more none of that. On some of mine, I'm going to be doing cayenne pepper. Because you guys, if you've been watching me, you know Momma T loves heat. And if I had a little jerk sauce, baby, I would add some jerk in there. But I don't want to hold you guys that long. But yes, I will. When I get the wrap in these, I'm putting that wrap on there. What, I'll add some jerk? Yes, I would. Especially in the chicken. One. I think that's what I'll do. So we just frying that on down. And I showed you how I fried. I broke it up. It was simplified. Nothing science. You just keep flipping and flipping. And I'm going to do the same thing, you guys, with this chicken. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start sectioning our vegetables off a third and mixing them together. And then we're going to do the wrap, you guys. So hang in there. Stay on this ride. Why? Because we're going somewhere fast, you guys. And we're going to smack down on these egg rolls and show you just how we do these things at the Snacker House. So hang tight. Okay. Okay, we're back. And now I took the cheesesteak out and I have the chicken in the pan. We're going to do a soft season on the chicken. And we're going to let this fry on down just like the cheesesteak. So we're prepping all the meat. So we just gonna do pepper on this chicken. Pepper. And actually, I didn't pull it out, but I could hit this with some rotisserie seasoning. We're gonna hit this with a little cayenne. A little heat on the chicken. Just the chicken one. It's always this way. Baby. This ain't even open. Moving on. Okay, so I'll incorporate that off of the camera. We're going to do a little steak on the chicken. And a little onion powder. And then we'll hit it with a light accent seasoning. Very light. Because like I said, the vegetables is really seasoned really good and really well. We are going to go in with, if you don't have soy sauce in you guys, this juice up everything and you won't know it's ever there. So it kind of juice up and adds flavor or salt flavor. You notice I didn't put any salt on the chicken because this soy sauce will do for it. And we're going to use a little garlic. Yeah, that's what I was. Just a little because again, I'm going to say it one more time. Light dusting, 1, 2, we done. Because the vegetables, bless me you guys, oh God. And that hurt it. And we're going to add some EVE because steak makes its own juices. And we didn't wash the pan from the steak, you guys, just to let you know how I do things. In this pot is leftover essence, and each time you put something in here, it'll take the last thing off. If you notice, watch how I move that. You don't see, if you can see all the way over here, there's nothing in this pan because it has taken up all the steak essence, and that's what you want, flavor. And that's how you get your flavor. You don't want to fry your chicken all the way up either. You want to just get it right to a done consistency. Because remember, you guys, we're cooking the chicken. We're adding in the vegetables. Then we're going to make the egg roll. And the egg roll is going to get heated for some minutes. So, it doesn't take much. But this chicken is almost done already. I'm going to brown it a little bit more because I'm a texture person and I like my stuff just brown. But that's it. So, we over here in the pan now. And let's taste. Let's see what the chicken doing. Perfect. But I taste a little bit of the soy sauce. It needs this. And it definitely needs season oil, you guys. Definitely. So we went in heavy with that seasoning oil. And I really want this cayenne. I know I have another cayenne pepper, so I'm going to have to get this open and hit this chicken with this like I knew all the time. For real. I was trying to avoid doing it and holding you guys hostage on camera, but I had to do it. This needs cayenne. And so we're going to hit that with some cayenne, give that some heat. So we're going to do a just shrimp one just for my son-in-law because he doesn't eat meat anymore. He eats seafood. And then I'm going to incorporate shrimp in that, all of us. So now we're cooking with oil, y'all. Now I'm taking the Montreal steak seasoning and I'm going to hit it with just some Old Bay. And it's going to be where I need it to be. No salt. And the reason why we ain't doing salt, because we hitting it with soy sauce, salty enough. And you can add flavor in without, and keep your stuff juicy without adding in salt, especially if you're using garlic salt. Like, you don't want to just salt on top of salt if you don't have to. And this is where it needs to be. So we're going to take a third of our vegetables again, and I'm going to show you the finished results of each one. And because I incorporated it while the heat is on it so it can flavor. So we have a little bit left for our shrimp. And I'm going to take all these wraps and make me my egg rolls. And I'm going to mark the bag. And then me and my son can eat it at our leisure. And it's just like what you go and buy and spend all your money on in the frozen food section for your kids. And then you take them kids to the market. I leave them home, baby. And they want you to buy all that ready-made food. Well, ready, make it yourself. And it's a lot cheaper. I'm getting a lot for my buying my buck here, because egg rolls and all that, just dropping the grease stuff, as you notice, is very high, and you get a very little quantity of it. So that's what I'm doing now, just prepping my quantity. As you can see over here in the pot, I have all these egg rolls to wrap. I'm going to have a marker in each Ziploc bag. It's going to say what type of egg roll it is. So you can just go in the freezer and drop 2 or 3, and you got a meal. You have your vegetable, your meat, all there. And if you want to starch, you can add a starch, but I don't really do a lot of starches. So I'm going to try to let you know. Okay, you guys, so we back, and I just took the liberties of sauteing this shrimp. I put on here Old Bay seasoning, Montreal steak seasoning, so you guys, and that's it, because this right here is already been seasoned. We're going to just drop that in there, incorporate that in there. Mix that up, mix that around. Now we're going to go back. I'm going to pick through here, and I'm going to go back, but I wanted you guys just to see how I sauteed the shrimp. I'm going to let them cool. I'm going to take the tips off and cut them up into bite-sized pieces. But I had to put the vegetables on there so that it can have the seasoning all the way through with the onions, the carrots, and the broccoli, you guys. So come in close on this so they can see. I incorporated the vegetables inside there. And if you can look at that, that just looks delicious, you guys. So we have everything done. We have the steak, the chicken, and the shrimp done. And we'll come back and show you guys just how to put these egg rolls together. Okay, you guys, we're back. And we have our egg sheet laying out right here beautifully. I grated up some cheeses. You guys, we have all our mixtures here, our little red brush. I try to get everything out before I hit the cam. Okay, here we have, you guys, is shrimp, and I added in mushrooms, green peppers, and onions that I had, carrots. So I added that in because my son, we're going to make this first so I won't get this mixed up. He doesn't eat meat. He eats seafood, of course, and you probably have one at your house that don't eat this and don't eat that. So I'm going to mix his egg rolls first because this is a special order just for him. Put them aside, mark them, and he'll come and get his, you know. I'll take one out for the mukbang, I would say. Okay, here we have the cheesesteak with shrimp cheesesteak egg roll with the vegetables and everything mixed in there. So we're going to be doing that. And we had the chicken and shrimp, you guys. So we have 3 different types of egg rolls going on today. And first up, we're just going to show you how to roll up Now, you guys, I have these containers in case I run out of wrappers or which one come first. I'll stick these in the freezer. And I'll be able to buy some more wrappers and this won't go bad. So these containers are 2 for 1 for you guys. Get some and try to store your stuff that you don't use in the freezer immediately. Not after 5 days then gone by. But if you put it in the freezer, you always can take it out. So let's get right into it and let's get started. I am a cheese lover. So I've grated up some fresh mozzarella cheese and some Asiago cheese, which I love. And we're going to put that on that wrapper right there like so in the middle, if you can see, you guys. Because the wrapper is white and you might have a hard time seeing. So we're going to just use our hands and take some of this shrimp mushroom mixture. And you guys, I just want you to know that the mushrooms, if you season a mushroom properly, it'll take on most of the properties of whatever you season it with. And so it's really good. So we're going to start this corner towards me, and we're going to fold that over like so and tighten it up. I used 2 wrappers for this one because when I pulled it off, it started tearing. So we fold it over. Then we're going to come to the corners and fold that in. Just almost like you're doing a diaper or something. Fold that corner in. Just like that, if you can see. And once you have it in, it looks more so like an envelope. The pointy end. And we're going to just go ahead and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. Okay, you guys? We got that right there. And some people use water, because you can use water. But we're the smackers, you guys. So we're not going to use no water. We're going to seal this with some egg wash that's have melted butter inside. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking for flavor. And I want these egg rolls to brown up and have plenty of flavor. So we're just sealing the egg roll up now so that it won't come apart. And I'm going to let you see this big egg roll. And this is going into, I'm going to put it on a plate for now. And I'm going to do 3 of these and then wrap the rest of them up. But I'm going to do these 3 because, like I said, they are a specialty egg roll. Because it doesn't have meat. It's just seafood and mushrooms and onion for my son-in-law. And this is the egg roll sheet. It's a little thin. So I'm thinking, I like that size that I had. I'm thinking that I'll double this to make it a larger size. Like I just did that one. I doubled it. Put it on top of each other. Just so I can make it bigger. With this. So just for the ones that you're seeing. So I'm taking some mozzarella grated cheese, because I find that you'll get that stretched cheese effect with the grated when you grate it yourself. It melts better. It doesn't have that waxiness. If you buy it already, it's still good. But if you want to have that ooey gooey going on, you guys, it's loaded, packed with shrimp and mushrooms. So he's going to get 2 of them, and I'm going to save 1 out the pile because I'm going to be mukbanging a couple of them for you guys. And we just add it on like that. So you guys, you're going to fold over like that. Then you're going to bring the corners in, both of them, because remember this is 2 here. You can use 1 if you like. But I'm making these kind of size. And so you fold it in just like you would an envelope with the top still the same way. I'm going to put a little egg mixture on here just to seal the deal, you guys. Seal and lock in the flavor wherever you can. And you guys, I'm getting excited. Because sometimes the smallest things take the longest time. It's because it's tedious. So, to do. So I'm not going to hold you guys. I'm going to do one more of these. This is the shrimp and mushroom egg roll. And I'm putting egg wash, just 2 eggs and, you know, a lot of butter. Like maybe 2 pats of butter in there. Only just so that when it browns. And we have right here our Quicksilver deep fry. So you guys, that's how we doing that. And we're going to lock it in. We put the egg wash all over just to lock out. This looks more like a Hot Pocket though. And that's because I used 2 wraps. I'm going to do one more with 2 wraps and then we're going to go down to a regular wrap. But that's one of the ways too that I know what wrap is what. Because we're going to do them a little tighter. These are more like, you know, a Hot Pocket. So we're taking some more mozzarella. And we're using 2 types of cheeses, you guys. Mozzarella and Asiago cheese. And if you ever had Asiago cheese, baby, go find it. I found it in Sam's. Every market don't sell it. It's probably like a specialty cheese. It comes in like a triangular block, but it's spelled like that, if you can see. And I grated it down, so we're going to put that. So you get 2 bangs, 2 different flavors on your palate. So I'm just going to come right in, and I'm going to wrap these tight. I'm going to wrap it tighter, so it can give it a nice egg roll look. So just remember to pull your egg roll real tight when you're wrapping it. Cinch it in. And I'm putting, as you can see, butter and egg all on this. Because I want it packed with flavor. And this is a tighter look. A tighter egg roll look. Right there. Okay, you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and finish wrapping these, you guys, and I'll come back and I'll show you the finished results. Because I'm just gonna sit on down and take my time, but this is how it looks, you guys. This is the shrimp and mushroom. So stay on this train, you guys. This has been a longer video, but it's because I'm doing 3 different types of egg rolls, you guys. Just trying to show you some goodness. Stay on the train. Why? Because we're moving somewhere fast. Okay, so here we go with my big silver deep fry. As you know, I name all my stuff, you guys. I had to go in and clean up because it got real down and dirty up in this kitchen, you guys. One thing I can tell you about our egg rolls is that they are tedious to wrap. And I had a lot of them because they're tedious to wrap. I just want to tell you before you get involved in it, I try to wrap them and freeze them, the ones that I'm not going to be using. So, my 2 for 1 is we're going to remove the basket because you're not going to get much in this basket. And I just remove it because I'll use tongues or something. So I guess I want to do the first round we're going to do is the cheesesteak egg rolls. So that's these, and we're going to keep them separated because so we know we have the shrimp cheesesteak egg rolls, and we have the chicken shrimp egg roll. And we're going to drop that in there. And this is the cheesesteak. Because if we mix them up, I don't know. You won't know. So I'm going to drop cheesesteak for the first round. They don't take that long to get done. And you guys, I hate when my son is in this kitchen. You guys, I hate it. I'm gonna drop as many as I can get in this bad boy, baby. Alright, we're going to put the top on it for a while I try to find my tongues and my stuff. Okay, we found them. We executed that properly. And you guys, the crazy thing is I still have a lot more chicken and wraps to wrap. But I just didn't want to, I wanted to finish the video, get me a thumbnail, and that's the main thing of it. So this video, you guys, is a little longer, but I can tell you it's worth the wait. This is like my third time doing egg rolls, and we smacking on these egg rolls because I put Parmesan cheese, Asiago cheese, mozzarella cheese. 3 different cheeses, you guys. Shrimp steak, shrimp cheese steak, and mushroom shrimp egg rolls for my son-in-law, who doesn't eat and we just want to keep these in there and deep fry them until they to our desired shape. I'm gonna turn them as they cook on one side, and we'll be right back, you guys. Hang on there. This video, I'm telling you, it's just very tedious, but it's well worth it for appetizers and just to have a nice look. And I'm going to make some dipping sauce, you guys, and I'm going to mukbang this thing myself. It has been truly a labor of love, but we smack down on these egg rolls, you guys. Okay, you guys, so this is our cheesesteak egg roll, and this is our chicken. I cut them up so you can see and get a close-up look, you guys. I also made the sauce, you guys. So this concludes our session of the cheesesteak egg rolls. Be blessed, you guys. Bye-bye.